tech geek who loves fashion, a powerful woman in Silicon Valley's boys' club, and a very, very wealthy lady. Marissa Mayer became Yahoo CEO in 2012 when she was just 37, the youngest ever CEO of a Fortune 500 company.
It's God, family, and Yahoo in that order.
She's all about making the purple portal cool again, with flashy acquisitions like Tumblr and Sumly. Marissa started her career at Google. She was its 20th employee and the first female engineer. You know how Google's homepage has pretty much nothing on it? That was her idea. Gmail and Google Maps, she gets credit for those too. But it hasn't all been sunshine and rainbows. Critics said she set a bad example for working moms when she took only 2 weeks of maternity leave at Yahoo. She did the same thing with her twin girls 3 years later. The corporate world had a mini freakout when she banned Yahoos from working from home. And this flirty Vogue photo spread, well, let's just say the debate over women in the workplace got even louder when that came out. But the real controversy is Marissa's future at Yahoo. She hasn't been able to turn the company around, and patience may be running out. And that's Marissa Mayer in 90 seconds.
This is PepsiCo, a more than $65 billion food and beverage company. $22 billion brands, delighting consumers in more than 200 countries and territories. A beacon of long-term sustainable growth, motivated by performance with purpose.
Performance with purpose is the soul of PepsiCo. It's how we do business, delivering sustained financial performance by providing consumers a wide range of foods and beverages from treats to healthy eats, minimizing our impact on the environment, and providing a safe and inclusive workplace for all of our employees.
Indra Nooyi was born in India and attended Madras Christian College. Soon after, she began working for Johnson & Johnson, but quickly returned to school at Yale University to pursue higher education. She then worked for PepsiCo and was eventually promoted to CEO and chairman in 2006. Under her management, the 18 brands that make up PepsiCo, including Frito-Lay, Pepsi-Cola, Gatorade, Tropicana, and Quaker, have flourished. She boasts annual revenues of more than $43 billion and organizes 198,000 employees. She is also in charge of PepsiCo's corporate functions, including finance, strategy, corporate platforms, innovation, investor relations, and information technology. Her successful leadership stems from her energetic, relaxed, and gentle personality, but also relies on her powerful, confident, strong-willed, outgoing character. Indra is family-oriented, committed to promoting healthy living, and has abstained from drinking and smoking. She is known to create a work environment that is free of tension, but also encourages hard work. Her strong personal work ethic is passed on to her employees and allows her to be a role model. Indra's leadership follows a system she calls the 5 C's, focusing on competence, a skill which you're known for, confidence and courage to speak up for what you believe in, communication skills, both oral and written, and compass, integrity at the root of everything you do.
Indra is a highly educated woman with a college degree. As a mother, she pushes for healthier products affecting her business stance in PepsiCo. She seeks committed and dedicated workers and is known for empowering them. Indra is described as an influential and aggressive dealmaker and is often looked up to by many as a leading woman role model. She utilizes her personal and inspirational appeal to form business alliances and boost sales. Indra, since working for the company, boosted quarterly results. She offers incentives for her workers by offering stock rewards for long-term performance. Indra strives to turn PepsiCo into a healthier and wealthier company while competing against Coca-Cola. Pepsi is known for being a sugary drink, yet Indra pushes towards products like Sabra hummus and Naked Juice. She purchased Tropicana and merged with Quaker Oats. Indra promoted research for a new sweetener. She also reduced salt content in products like Lay's chips. She had it made that in 2012, no sugary drinks like soda can be sold to students in school. Indra created a business strategy called Performance with Purpose. It focuses on generating robust financial returns from designing products that give back to the communities the company serves, offering food and beverages that provide responsible nourishment, minimizing the impact on the environment, and creating a diverse, inclusive culture attracting workers.
Indra's positive and hardworking nature, combined with her dedication to improving PepsiCo, displayed through her decision-making, enhances the company because it leads her to make choices that not only benefit her business economically, but also deliver a healthier product to customers. Other leaders can be inspired by Indra's commitment to serving her followers with her head, hands, and heart, and her willingness to establish emotional connections with her employees. Ultimately, Indra sets a standard of integrity and excitement that carries over into all endeavors she pursues.
Delivering results today and protecting resources for tomorrow. We're PepsiCo.
Google started in your garage, essentially, in 1998. How did Larry and Sergey end up in your garage?
Yeah, so I wish I could say I had a great eye and I picked them out as students, out of all the students at Stanford, and I said, oh, come and rent my garage. I wish I could tell you that, but it didn't work that way. What happened was I bought a house, and houses are really expensive in Silicon Valley, and I was a student, and so I wanted someone to help me pay the mortgage. They were looking for space, and there were just the two of them, and they had one employee. And space was also really expensive, and so the idea that they could just move into my garage quickly and easily at a relatively low cost for them was really appealing. And so they just moved in.
Your mom was a teacher, your dad was a physics professor at Stanford, you have two sisters, Anne, who's the founder of 23andMe, Janet, who's an epidemiologist. Tell me about a day in the life in the Wojcicki household.
So first of all, we grew up on the Stanford campus. And so it meant that all of the neighbors that we had were professors around us, which I think definitely influenced us because everybody was studying to do something and had a passion. And so I'm the oldest, and I would say I'm like maybe the more practical one as the oldest one. And growing up, I was also really creative. I always loved making things, and I think that's actually what led me to computers in the end.
How did you parlay your history and literature degree at Harvard, by the way, into becoming the CEO of a giant technology company?
So I studied history and literature at Harvard. I had no idea that I was going to go into technology at all. If you had told me that when I was a student, I would have thought you were completely crazy. I used to come home, and I used to do these temp jobs when I would come home from college. So I'd have a week free, and I would just call a temp service and say, just place me anywhere. And one time I was at a lawyer. Another time I actually got placed at the garbage company to answer the phone. And the third time I got placed at a startup. And I realized wow, they can use technology and they have these big ambitions. And I thought, that's really cool. I want to be part of it. So when I went back and I was a senior, I decided to take a computer science class at Harvard, which was crazy because there was no other humanities senior taking a computer science class. But it was really good. I got a good basis. And then when I moved back home, I came to Silicon Valley and I was able to get a job. And I've been there ever since.
You were Google's 16th employee. First marketing manager. You worked on Google Doodles, Google Images, Google Books. You built the ad business. How many hats have you worn in 18 years?
I think when you join a startup, you just sort of have to be willing to do whatever the startup needs you to do. But part of it also was that because maybe I didn't have as fixed a role at first, I was always looking for the opportunity. And so I was like, oh, look, there's an opportunity. Nobody else is working. For example, when I worked on image search, I was like, no one else is working on image search. There are all these other people, they're working on the text search, but images would be really cool. And today that's a really popular search. So I think doing lots of things and having the freedom to move around the company actually enabled me to see a lot of opportunities and then grow them.
I'm a very unlikely person to start Girls Who Code. I was terrified of math and science growing up. In 2010, I was running for Congress, and I saw the gender divide up close and personal in New York City schools. And I'd be in some place where there'd be 100 boys like clamoring to be the next Steve Jobs or Mark Zuckerberg. And this question of like, where are the girls, is what inspired me to start Girls Who Code. Part of what we do at Girls Who Code is really, introduce them to role models, put them in technology companies. They know what it's like to be a computer scientist at Google because they've met one and they've worked with one and they've heard from one before. I'm only here because of the girls in our program. They're the ones who do all the hard work. They're the ones who show up, take 2 buses and 2 subways to a program at 9 o'clock in the morning, and that are doing something that is really hard. They're the ones that are entering a male-dominated industry and are gonna turn it on its head, not me. The Impact Award means a lot to our organization. I think that we, in the past couple of years, we've really seen the conversation about women in technology change, and we believe that we were part of the movement in really elevating this conversation.